I was telling Travis about this sermon that I had yet to write, this sermon yesterday, and I was wondering if it was uncouth to give an annual address as the sermon, to which she replied, well, I don't think people want to hear an annual report from the pulpit, nor a sermon from Benedict Hall. So, copy that, sermon time. This is the third Sunday of Advent. It's also called Rose Sunday, hence the liturgical colors are different. The liturgical traditionalist knows it as Gaudete Sunday, which is Latin for rejoice. Nowadays, each Sunday in Advent represents a different theme, if you will. We already had hope for the first Sunday, and last week we had peace. And this week, it's all about joy, the emotion, not the choir member. Isaiah's joyful text, though, courses through glad lands. Did you hear that? Strengthened countenance and ransomed people, returning home with a song in their voice. There's the Magnificat, found in our prayer book as Canticle 15. It originates from Luke's Gospel, and it's Mary's response to the joy she and Elizabeth, her relative, have experienced together. It's called the Song of Mary, too, but it's really the song of the church. Now, this year, our souls did indeed proclaim the greatness of the Lord through broadening ministries, expanded footprint, and a growing congregation. And even during challenging times, of which 2025 will undoubtedly go down in the record books for some of you, what I saw was people making a conscious choice to lean into God and to others when everything else was saying otherwise, including ourselves. With this reading from James, we hear of a different kind of joy, but it's one that's coupled with suffering and patience. James wrote this letter to encourage a church that was just starting out, probably had 8 people in it. They were experiencing discomfort, though. And so James is telling them to strengthen their hearts, to be patient, which incidentally is one of the hardest things to do, I think we would all agree. And I would imagine John the Baptist sitting in that jail cell is really wondering if he has that patience to see this whole thing through. John the Baptist saw clearer than most about who this Jesus fella was. Maybe that gave him courage. Maybe that helped instill that patience. And we might not have all the answers, but like the saying goes, we keep coming back because to be refreshed and to have our courage tank topped off. Maybe that can give us the patience moving forward because your joy is visible when you have the courage to stand up for Christ and the patience to see a broader picture, one that's beyond our egos. We are called as individuals, and we are called together to work as one body for Christ, to do this work of ministry by seeing what is possible in the eyes of God. You're part of a church that's about to enter its 190th year of existence. The bicentennial is around the corner, and 2026 is going to be kind of a planning year for what that celebration might mean for Apalachicola's first church, that center of gravity from which joy emanates. Again, the emotion, not the choir member. By the way, Joy not being here today really does not help that joke to work, so we will have to tell her next time. Oh! No, you're in the absolutely right place, Joy. Welcome. And thinking about this church in this 190 years, people brought hardships to that altar we cannot even fathom in our day. Significant life events have occurred in this church, many of which we'll never know, none of us. But this church continues because of it and because of you. Take heart in that. It continues because of that person that finally comes to the altar for the first time, shaking, feeling like a fool, but taking communion and leaving refreshed. It's like the unhoused veteran bawling in a pew on a Monday afternoon who gave his life over to Christ and faced his addiction. Or the guy wandering in here at midnight mass on Christmas Eve and stating it was his first time to enter a church in over 40 years. And people don't hide out in this building anymore, but it is a sanctuary and it's a hospital for sinners. We are in the business of saving souls, including those within our walls. So lean into this beloved community when you need help. We're all so very different, but we carry each other because we have hope, because we experience peace, because we give love. Visitors feel this. They do. Someone recently described the feeling of walking into this church and feeling their soul exhaled because the rest of the world got left at the door and all those that weight they've been bearing gets left at the altar. Please don't discount the importance of that ever. Finally, let us all agree that Trinity is not a hotel for saints, but a hospital for sinners. It's a place for the rest of us. The least in the kingdom, according to Jesus, to show just how much we are loved. That motif, might be have seen it before. How much does Jesus love us? Jesus standing there. What you're expecting is an embrace, but what you get is a sacrifice. You get Jesus opening his arms and dying for you. But we are here. We are alive today. And we have joy that is yet to experience and to share. So teach me what it's like to know God's love, to have that peace that passes all understanding, to have hope. And even if it's a shade of hope and nothing else, that's okay. That's okay. And I'll keep doing the same for you as we, the ransomed people, return home with a song of greatness in our voice and a message of joy in our ministries. So thank you all for showing me hope, peace, and joy through your love for God and for each other. Keep it up, because the world is waiting and watching. Amen.